You are not broke because you don't earn enough. Let that sit for a second. You're earning more than your parents did at your age. Adjusted for inflation, maybe not. But on paper, the number looks decent. You have a job, you have a salary, you have a bank account that refills every 2 weeks, and yet every single month you arrive at roughly the same place, a little short, a little anxious, quietly wondering where it all went. This isn't bad luck, it isn't laziness, and it definitely isn't something a basic budgeting app is going to fix. By the end of this, you're going to understand exactly why your spending habits feel rational in the moment and catastrophic over time. And more importantly, you're going to understand what's been engineered to make you feel that way. Here's the thing that nobody in the personal finance world wants to admit. The problem isn't your mindset, it isn't your discipline, it isn't that you need to cut out the lattes or track every transaction in a spreadsheet you'll abandon by February. The problem is that modern life has been specifically architected to extract money from you in ways your brain literally cannot detect. And in 2026, that architecture has gotten frighteningly good. We are living in an era where trillion-dollar companies have spent decades studying behavioral psychology, decision fatigue, and emotional spending triggers, specifically to understand how to quietly drain your bank account before you even realize it's happening. They don't just want your money, they want your habits, because habits are automatic, and automatic spending doesn't feel like spending at all. Today, we're going to walk through 8 specific ways your daily life is costing you far more than you think, and why none of them feel like a problem until they've already done the damage. Section 1. The invisible tax on your time. There's a kind of spending that never shows up as a line item. It doesn't appear in your bank statement. It doesn't trigger a notification. But it might be the single most expensive habit you have. It's the money you spend because you're tired. Think about a Tuesday evening. You've worked 8, 9, maybe 10 hours. You're drained. The last thing you want to do is cook, plan, think, or make any kind of decision that requires effort. So you open an app, you click a few buttons. 30 minutes later, a bag of food arrives at your door and costs you $35, including the delivery fee, the service fee, the small order fee, and the tip you added because you felt guilty about all the other fees. That's not a meal. That's what decision fatigue looks like when it has a credit card attached to it. And here's the cruel part. The more exhausted modern work makes you, the more you spend on convenience. The more you spend on convenience, the less financial buffer you have. The less buffer you have, the more anxious you feel. Anxiety increases stress, stress increases fatigue, and fatigue sends you right back to the app. It's a loop, and it's not accidental. The convenience economy has built its entire business model around your exhaustion. They don't sell food, they sell relief. And relief, when you're desperate enough, has no price ceiling. Creep. Ask most people how much they spend on subscriptions every month. They'll say something like $60, maybe $80. The real number is usually north of $250, not because they're irresponsible, because subscriptions are engineered to become invisible. They hit your account on different days. They're small enough individually that none of them feel worth canceling. And the companies charging you have spent millions of dollars making the cancellation process just inconvenient enough that you keep procrastinating on it. That streaming service you use twice a year, the gym membership you pay out of guilt, the software subscription you upgraded just for that one project 14 months ago, the news paywall you bypassed with a trial offer and never canceled, the cloud storage tier you jumped to because a photo backup notification scared you one afternoon. Each one of these is between $5 and $20 a month. Together, they form what economists call subscription fatigue drain, and it's one of the most overlooked wealth destroyers of this decade. But here's what makes it psychologically fascinating. We actually feel wealthier when we subscribe to things, like we're accessing a richer life. The product is the feeling of membership, not the thing itself. The subscription model didn't just change how companies bill you, it changed how you mentally account for money. When something is only $12 a month, your brain files it under irrelevant. But $12 a month is a